All right, let's get swanky on a Monday morning with Mike and Paul on SNSN. Swanky. Here we go.
A new word.
Good morning, everybody. I hope your weekend was fantabulous, and I hope your weekend was everything that you wanted it to be. Got a pocket full of money, babe. Wow.
Wow.
All right. So enough of that stuff. Anyway, we do appreciate you joining us here this morning, right here on SNSN, and we got some news and information to go ahead and pass along to you. You know, if you haven't already heard it. So, in other words, it's a great week to go shopping, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
That's right.
Yeah. So, all right. Here he is with the weather forecast. It's the one and only Paul Ash.
Good morning, everybody. Right now, the temperature downtown Jude City, 64 degrees. How about that, man? That is nice, cool weather. Well, today it's going to be probably cloudy. Highs will be around 80 degrees. But tonight, again, partly cloudy. Lows around 58. Good sleeping weather, man. How about that sleeping weather last night, huh?
You know, we'll get into that. I didn't, man.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, not so much.
Windows wide open, air conditioning off. Wow, perfect. For your Tuesday, well, it's going to be mostly cloudy again. Highs around 80 degrees. And, of course, for Tuesday night, lows around 66, but cloudy skies. And that's your weather on this Monday, 08/16/2021.
Well, you know, as far as the weather is concerned, like last night, yeah, I mean, it was good sleeping weather and all, but I really just I don't know. I didn't
what?
Didn't sleep well. I was up, and I just
except at the wrong time.
Huh?
Except at the wrong time.
Yeah. No, you know what? I got up like I take blood pressure medication.
So do I.
Yeah, but you don't take as much as I do, I don't think.
How many pills do you take?
Altogether?
Yeah.
8.
I got 8.
Do you? All blood pressure pills?
No.
I can't believe we're trying to one-up each other on blood pressure medication.
Yeah, I take like 8 pills.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hydrochlorothiazide?
Yep.
Metoprolol?
Yep.
Lisinopril?
What is it?
Lisinopril.
No.
Gotcha.
You got one up on me. You can have it.
I'm sure you take a statin.
Something. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
And there's another little white one that I
yeah.
Anywho, I don't know. I just I was up all night going to the bathroom, put it that way.
Uh-oh.
I have like one day every few weeks.
Yeah. It's cleanup weekend.
What's that?
Is it cleanup weekend?
Yeah, just kind of everything comes on out. So,
Yeah.
so I don't know.
Oh well, it's kind of a crappy subject.
No, it wasn't that.
Oh, okay. Oh well, what are you gonna do?
It wasn't that at all. So
Yeah. Oh, good day today. Nice day to do stuff outside.
no, I did everything yesterday, and I'm sore. I'm very, very sore.
Well, time for the heating pad.
Huh?
Time for the heating pad.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah, you're getting that age, you know.
Will you stop? God.
Yeah, pretty soon you'll be rubbing yourself down with arthritis medicines. Oh,
Oh my God.
yeah.
So anyway, one of the things going on this week is free tax week,
That's right. It is this week.
and I had sent myself something here, and I can't find it at all.
How come?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what. See, I really thought I was going to be really, really prepared today, and then all of a sudden, nothing. So anyway, yeah, this is tax-free week.
yes, it is.
According to state statute, sales tax-free week begins on the third Sunday of August and runs until the following Saturday, which is now.
Yeah.
All right. So 2021 sales tax week, Sunday, August 15th. That was yesterday.
Yep.
Through Saturday, August 21st.
And it's limited, just clothes, right?
All right. Here are some examples of clothing or footwear that are exempt when sold less than $100. All right. Let's see. So, kitchen aprons.
Kitchen aprons?
Yeah.
They're exempt?
Yeah. Bathing caps.
Well, who the hell buys bathing
I
caps?
don't know. Let's see. Lobster bibs.
Those are free.
Those are, well, it depends. Headbands, clothes, kids' clothes. Those are the things that were really, but anything under $100. Safety apparel items are taxable even if sold less than $100. That was a thing a couple of years ago, whether or not safety items are going to be taxable or not.
Well, apparently they are.
Painter's pants, overclothes, nylons, hosiery, lingerie, leotards, tights, leg warmers, jogging suits, sweatsuits, jeans, fashion boots, hats and caps, handkerchiefs. It goes on in gym suits. It goes on and on and on. Shoelaces.
So you got to pay taxes on that stuff.
No. This is
no?
stuff that is tax-free.
Oh, that's
This is stuff
tax-free.
that is tax-free over the next week.
Gotcha.
So
If you can find a store that has them.
what's that?
If you can find a store that has them.
If you can find a store that has them. But a lot of the stores, well, of course, they do this.
Yeah.
Because of they try to boost revenue and boost sales. They do it every single year.
Yep.
No.
This
year, I think they need it more than ever, just because of the fact with COVID-19 and people that don't want to shop. Because there are a lot of people that are still very fearful of going out and about.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people wearing masks. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people used to go down to Tangiers outlet, but that's nothing really open there anymore.
Tangiers?
Tangiers, yeah, Tangiers. Where is it? Tangiers.
Oh, I don't know what it is. Tangers. I don't think anybody really knows what it's
I think it's Tangiers outlet.
Does anybody really know?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. I got myself in I don't know what it is. Tangers. There's somebody from Sri Lanka in there this morning. Good morning, Kalhari. Good morning to you. I'd love to know if you are there. Who else is out there this morning?
Can't be too many people who are out shopping.
Yeah. So that's the one thing.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Now I'm still on my quest of trying to make sure everybody is kind of like, or people are minding their business in driving the speed limit and stopping at a stop sign, especially when it comes to Ashland Street.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is look, I know a lot of people that ride motorcycles, and I don't have anything against motorcycle riders or people that enjoy that.
Yeah.
I don't, because I'm, basically I'm like chicken shit of it. So,
Mhm.
but otherwise, I don't have anything against it. But here's one problem I do have, not about the people, but about these bumper stickers that are out everywhere that says, watch out, motorcycles are everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, watch out, cars are everywhere. I don't have any problem with anybody riding a motorcycle as long as you don't drive like a jerk. So this morning, and this happens all the time, I pulled out of my driveway and I'm not kidding you, this scooter just blew right through the Carly Avenue stop sign, and I almost nailed them, or should I say, they almost ran right into the side of me.
Yeah.
That's why that stop sign is there.
Yeah. Well, scooters need to obey the law just like a vehicle.
Just like bicycles.
Yeah, same thing.
Just like bicycles.
Yeah. They're supposed to.
They're supposed to do that. So
yeah. What makes me nervous is the stop sign where it's Pleasant View and 138. People blow through that stop sign that red light like crazy.
There's a lot of different areas, and apparently what's going to happen is that the resident state troopers are now going to police certain areas that are in Jewett City that are considered high traffic,
right?
Where people just blow through stuff.
Yeah, that the trouble with that light is when you come to the end of Pleasant View, you can't see around the corner because of the the plants and everything are hiding, so you can't see. So what happens is a lot of people blowing through that light, they see it yellow, so they step on the gas, and they're not driving slow.
Yeah.
So
you got to be careful. It's like, I will respect people that ride motorcycles, but the people that ride motorcycles have to respect the people that are driving a car.
Well, yesterday, like I told you, I was stuck on 95 and bumper to bumper. And what's the guy on the motorcycle decide to do? Go down the left, go down the breakdown lane. Well, going down the breakdown lane, somebody could have just simply pulled over to the side and would have nailed the guy.
Yeah.
Because you can't see him. So, it did. You're right. They got to obey the laws just like everybody else.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I would think so.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So how was your weekend, dude?
Can't complain.
What did you do?
Well, I told you I went down to Costco. First time I've ever been there, so just was curious what it's like.
I've never been there.
Yeah,
I've never been
That's there. like Sam's and like the other ones are all pretty much the same. Yeah. So.
Let's see. Good morning to Rich Waslick. Good morning, pal. How you seeing? How you doing? Donna, it's always good to see you in there in the mornings with us.
Yeah.
It's a couple of fine residents that are Rich doesn't live too far from me, so I'm sure he understands exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to Ashland Street.
Yeah.
So
is he the guy that's on health and safety?
He's not on health and safety, is he? Rich, you're not on health and safety, right? Or did he just get on health and safety?
I wonder if he's the one.
You're on health and safety. You would know.
Yeah, somebody just joined.
Oh, they just joined? Maybe it was him because I knew he was looking to get on that board.
Yeah.
So, Rich, are you now on health and safety?
Yeah.
I thought you would know.
I do.
You're the chairman.
I know.
You don't know the name.
I know his name. I just wanted to make sure it's the right one.
How many Rich Waslicks do you know?
I don't know. I don't know any of them.
You better know this guy. Oh, morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us here at SNSN. I'm Mike, and that's Paul. We were talking about things that are just kind of happening. Yes. Oh, no, that's something else. He answered a different question. Need to have a state trooper watching the intersection more. I did see, before I went on vacation, there was a state trooper sitting right on Carly Avenue. And I saw a couple of things that I couldn't believe that he let go by. There was these damn scooters. I'm telling you, this one kid was on a scooter and he had to be doing 35, 40, and he was on a sidewalk.
Wow.
And he blew right by the cop. The cop didn't go near him.
Wow.
Just let him go. I'm thinking this kid's gonna mow somebody down.
Yeah.
So there was one thing. There were a bunch of people that went through rolling stops right on through. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. There was one guy that was coming down, and he was literally speeding, paying no attention, and went right through. And then he finally came out and stopped somebody.
Yeah, a lot of people go through the stop sign completely.
But if you want to make a statement over there or any other intersection that you think that might be problematic, you've got to just pluck people one by one.
Yeah.
You just got to go boing, boing. Even if it's you or it's me, Paul, or it doesn't matter who, but people got to get stopped.
Yeah, I agree. Got to make an example of them. Yeah.
Rich says speed on Elm and Maple also is extreme.
Oh, Elm Street. That's just.
And it is Rich that got on health and safety. Yeah. Rich, did what I tell you about that help you get on the board? Because Paul wasn't giving a crap. Paul wasn't giving a crap at all. Tomorrow, I'll let you know in a little program note about tomorrow. Todd Babbitt will be here on the show. We will talk about things that are going on in Griswold, especially how things are being affected via COVID. And
there are some cases.
Yeah. And I mean, of course, they're not going to give any names, and we don't want any names. It's none of our business.
No.
I mean, we just hope that everything is well and people get better. I know there are some people. Old friend of mine from school has been battling it for months.
No.
When it comes to like his lungs, and I saw he posted yesterday. He went to a Red Sox game. His name's Steve, and it seemed like he's getting. He says he's feeling better little by little, but this poor man was down for the count. I mean, he's a good guy. He was our class president. I mean, he's just a good guy.
Yeah.
And he's a teacher, and and he got banged. I'm telling you, really quick. So,
wow.
So if anybody doesn't think that COVID is, I think everybody's convinced that COVID is a real thing. It's not fake. It's not a conspiracy theory.
Well, yeah.
It's whether it started, how it started, it doesn't matter. The thing is it's here and it's killing people. Yeah. So
I mean, it's like the flu, except with some of the symptoms are a little bit different. That's
right.
All.
No.
Yeah, we don't have flu anymore.
No, we don't. We don't.
No.
Let's see here. There was something that I had posted that I thought was pretty interesting. And this goes along with the whole COVID thing. Now, if you notice, they're making it more and more difficult to go places unless you have your COVID-19 vaccination record. There goes another truck. What are you doing? About 40 down Main Street? Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, you won't get stopped. So there are New York is being rough. California,
okay, that's tough.
Florida, the governor of Florida came out and totally just bitched Biden out.
Yeah,
well,
he doesn't like the idea of the government taking over, which you can't. A lot of people don't.
He said that the Florida governor said that he doesn't want to hear Biden talk anymore about COVID-19 because Biden claimed that he was going to get rid of the virus.
He's done nothing.
Yeah,
he hasn't done too. I don't want to get into the Biden thing, but
it's and you can blame Biden. He's the figurehead, behind it. But that's it. So, but I found this off of Terry Sumner's social media yesterday. I'm going to read it, and I thought it was pretty interesting. And the only reason why I'm reading it is because it gives you both sides of the coin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we know now that some restaurants are now are going to, and it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse, where they're going to require you to show It's funny because I'd never had to go to a baseball game and say, "Yep, I'm vaccinated against the mumps," but you have to do it with COVID-19 and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Concerts over 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say you go to a restaurant. So here it is. I walked into a restaurant to have dinner tonight. Hello. Hi, table for two, please. Sure. Your name? Bob. Great. And do you and your guests have your vaccination card, says the waiter. We do. Can you tell us who our server will be? Looks like Tom will be your server tonight. Great. Can you show us Tom's vaccination card? Says the host. And also, can you provide me with proof that Tom is not a carrier of HIV, hepatitis A or B, and any other communicable disease? The host goes, Also, we would prefer not to be served by someone who is on or uses recreational drugs such as marijuana, cocaine, meth, fentanyl, etc. So you could provide us with Tom's most recent tox screen. That would be great. Let me get the manager for you. That would be great. Thanks. So when people come in and, and they're saying, we want your COVID-19 vaccination record to make sure you can come in and eat, we're taking it for granted that we're trusting these establishments to do the same thing. And we don't know that. And they don't have to provide proof, if you've noticed.
Mm-hmm. They don't.
Yeah.
How
much you want to bet it's going to happen where people are wearing name tags where they work? And it's going to say their name. And it'll say, I'm vaccinated.
Oh, boy.
Or whatever. I'm telling you, it's getting to that. I mean, people think I'm, crazy and nutso and stuff, but and that very well may be the fact. But
is that the kind of world we want to live in?
Huh?
Is that the kind of world we want to live in?
I don't know. Cindy, oh no, don't let him go on vacation. Mike, you're out of control. What does that mean, Cindy? Eye roll emoji. Are you talking about the thing that I wrote that I read from Terry Sumner's page that he posted? Not sure. But I hate Facebook. I really do. I really hate Facebook. I am out of control. Yet somebody else posted something. All I did was read it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Well, if you're going to be worried about that kind of crap, then you're not living your life.
No, and I don't. I honestly don't.
I walk around, do what I want to
do.
It happens, it happens. What are you going to do? Am I supposed to run scared for the rest of my life?
How many times have I said to you right out? I said, if somebody wants to get you,
they're going to get you.
You're going to get got. And that was.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to walk around worried about it.
Cindy says that was sent when you opened the show this morning. I don't know what you're talking.
Oh, you must have.
All right, Cindy, first of all, it was posted on Terry's Facebook. I copied and pasted it and put it on mine. Yeah. So I don't know what was the problem here. I did that last night. So I don't know what you mean. Maybe you could fill me in. So I'm out of control because I reposted something else somebody posted. So I'm not sure about that.
Have we heard any rules on the school?
So I don't know if you can see this, but this is Terry, who is a friend of mine on Facebook, and that's his post right there of the exact same thing I just read that I shared on mine. So I'm not understanding your comment. I maybe you can go ahead and let me know what you're talking about. She goes, it had nothing to do with Terry Facebook thing. Well, he posted it.
I don't know.
It was a story. I did say it was a story.
Oh, well.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. So have you heard anything about school opens in the next couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. Have we heard any rules related to what's going to happen at the school?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The CIAC has sent out their latest guidance as far as sports and competitions are concerned. One of the things that they're going to be doing is inside competitions such as volleyball is not going to be able to have endless amounts of fans. Anything in a closed area is going to have a limited amount of people. I didn't see anything about how many or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I would assume parents at least.
Yeah.
But-
I mean, that's
but
generally who goes there anyway. It's usually the parents. I mean, it's not
What's
like
that?
it's usually when you have these school sports going on, it's generally the parents that go anyway. You know,
Yeah,
it's not like
yeah.
you got hundreds of people coming in, so it may not be a big deal. Yeah. I don't know. Tomorrow we're going back to Mohegan Sun for a game, and it's back open again. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens at the Sun game tomorrow, because everything's back to normal.
Oh,
So it'll be interesting to see.
oh, Cindy is talking about when we were talking about meds at the beginning of the show.
Oh, the
when,
meds.
when we were talking about doing,
Oh, okay.
yeah, the problem is some of the blood pressure stuff makes me go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. It happens. It's just that's what it does.
Oh.
I don't like it, and I was up 5 times last night, and it happens. It's just a fact of life.
Why don't you switch and take them in the morning?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I generally do. I generally do take my blood pressure meds in the morning.
Gotcha.
But like I said, every 4 weeks or so, every 3 weeks,
Catches up.
it just, whatever. And all of a
Wow.
sudden, and I've talked to Melissa this many times, is all of a sudden, I think this happens, I'm sure it happens with other people too, is your body just kind of evacuates,
Wow.
so, and I'm up a lot. So that's why I had such a hard time this morning,
Gotcha.
after that. All right, now I get you, Cindy. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
It's hard to ascertain comments,
Hmm.
when you're reading them or even through text. I mean, there are a lot of times where you can go ahead and really just, miss the meaning
Of
on
course.
things,
Yeah.
or misinterpret. And it
Yeah.
happens. I've done it a million
yeah.
times.
It's very easy to do that.
So,
Mhm.
but I still don't know why I was out of control about that. I don't
Yeah.
know what
Yeah.
that was about. So, Cindy, stop by. I know you know where I am.
She knows where you live.
She very well may. She very well may.
Yeah.
But she has a wonderful family and love her kids.
Well,
So they've always been friends of mine all through high school and stuff.
Mhm.
Plus, she's a part of Reason to Ride, which is here.
oh, is she?
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Oh. So,
So, Cindy, I'm not going to take your stuff to heart because I don't know what you mean.
Mhm.
So, but if you're jabbing at me, jab at me. Come talk to me. Buy you coffee.
yeah, why are you coughing?
What?
Why are you coughing?
I said, I'll buy you a coffee, Paul. I didn't say, why are you coughing?
Everything with this crap.
Meta Ear hearing aid devices brought to you by Paul Lash.
Couldn't be screwed up. Oh, it's for the goddamn things away.
Why are you barking? What? Bring me a coffee? Yeah.
Oh,
Bring me a
God.
coffee.
Oh, man. I think it's time.
Wait a
for
minute. That was you, man. That
time
was
for a new pair.
God, you've been doing that a lot lately.
I tell you, I don't know.
You've been doing that absolutely a lot lately.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, things are just moving on. You never know where you're gonna get chopped on, on any given morning. It's kind of funny. Yeah, see, now there you go, Cindy. Now I'm glad you said that. Because, and that's why I was talking about how we talk about different things, and you get comments within the Facebook group or the YouTube group,
Mhm.
About what you said, and it's not easy to figure out what tone somebody is using.
Yeah.
Now that's what the reason why I was kind of confused is because Cindy is a very nice person. She's a very nice lady and kind and all those good things and everything. And then I'm looking, I'm going, huh? Because the way things are written sometimes you kind of, and it could be anybody. It's not just her.
Yeah.
And then she goes, wasn't negative. You guys make me laugh. So there you go. And, she'll probably walk in one day and go, what do you know? Yeah. Anyway, that thing with that Terry had posted really kind of hit with me because it's really true. If you're sitting there and you have to provide your COVID-19 vaccination record to go into a restaurant or to go into any kind of facility or whatever, how do we know that the people that are working at that facility also have had their vaccination or not?
I mean, I think what's happened is I think a lot of the younger people don't want it. I think a lot of elderly people got it because of the fear. I mean, let's face it, when you were elderly, they really scared the hell out of you and told you to get the shot so you wouldn't die.
Right.
Pretty much. So I think a lot of the age groups, say from maybe 70 on up or 65 on up, have gotten their shots.
Okay.
I mean, only because I think the scare tactic, I think that's what happened.
Got it.
And I think a lot of the younger people, maybe between the 35 to 40, even younger, that is, screw that, I ain't getting no shot. So, and I think that's true.
See, I disagree. I feel like we're doing Saturday Night Live point counterpoint. Jane, you ignorant.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it's people in the senior population as well.
You don't think some of the seniors got it either? I mean,
no, I know some seniors that didn't get it. My mother and my father, my stepmom and my dad, they did not get the shot or the jab.
Yeah.
As they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not getting it at all.
Yeah.
And
but they'd be in the minority because I think the majority of elderly got it. That's just the way I
perhaps.
Yeah.
So she didn't get it, which is nobody's business.
True.
Just like, Paul, if you got it or not, I'm not going to ask you. No, I mean, I know the answer, but it's none of my business whether or not you or your lovely wife or anybody else has gotten the vaccine or not.
Right.
They're making this everybody's business.
Yes,
is what they're doing.
Yeah.
They even have trackers on your phones now, so it'll show if you've been quote unquote near somebody that has been affected by COVID-19 in your general area or in your circle.
That's been around since day one.
Right. But this is one of the ways that they're tracking it, tracking you.
Yeah. Maybe it's that shot they put in your arm. You like stuck that. You got that little chip in your arm now.
Anyway, like all I can tell you is like when Sharon had, that's my stepmother, when she had her stroke a few weeks ago, she went up to UMass and she got healthy very quick. She recovered, and I thank God above for all of that because she beat it. And even now, when you talk to her, you wouldn't even know she had a stroke. She had 2 blood clots.
Yeah.
So it was serious.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't even have known
at
this point. But she spent 2 weeks at UMass, and then she spent a week down at a place in Uncasville for rehab and everything. But there were different opportunities for different places to take her that she would rather have gone to instead of the Apple Rehab facility in Uncasville. Mm-hmm. All of them, they would say, now they wouldn't ask you. This is how they get real coy about this. They wouldn't ask you if you had your COVID-19 vaccination. They would say, we need to see their COVID-19 vaccination record. And if you cannot provide that, then just about every home denied the claim.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
2 of them, they would come back and they would say, and just for their own
safety.
Or legal protection,
Yeah.
saying we do not have any isolation beds currently.
Yeah.
In other words, see, and they're very hypersensitive about this, and I'm not saying they're wrong because, of course, the first bout of COVID or the first wave of COVID seemed to target the elderly population.
Correct.
So there you go.
Yeah. Now they're pushing a third shot.
Booster, yeah, especially for immunocompromised people or severe
cancer patients and
Yeah.
things like that. Yeah, pushing the third shot. So,
and the Delta variant seems like it's hitting a totally. Isn't it weird? The first wave of it, we're going after seniors.
Yeah.
Now the next wave of it, then we're going after the younger kids.
I mean, come on.
Not kids, but
I know, middle age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are people that are unfortunately passing away because of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Seems a little targeted to me. If you ask me.
You know, and the other thing too is there are a lot of these nurses who went through a year and a half of protecting people, and now they're forcing them to get shots, and they don't get it, they're gonna fire them. I mean, come on, these people, for crying out loud! Look what they did for a year and a half. They put themselves in jeopardy, survived, didn't have any problems, and now all of a sudden, now because they don't get a shot, they're gonna fire them. Come on, give me a break.
You know, they're saying that we're not going to make you get the vaccination. We're not going to make you get it. However,
if you
don't, you can't work here.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Rich, the latest member and possibly the greatest member of the Griswold Health and Public Safety, because, you know, Rich, maybe you want to give you you could record some PSAs, you know, that we could play, because the guy who said he was going to do it has kind of stopped doing them again.
That's because you didn't play them. I mean,
they are being played.
All right.
When you listen to the station you're on, you hear the crap. Jesus. Rich says, as of January, only 3.8% of the state's population has gotten the first shot so far, according to the state. Well, hold on, Rich. I'm a little.
That doesn't. Yeah. We're up at 60-something%.
Yeah, as of
state.
As a state now.
Yeah.
When did the shot come out? Was it
last January?
Was January.
Yeah.
Okay. He says many do not trust the vaccine because of the lack of proper testing. That is true.
That is true.
That's very true.
That is true. Yeah.
That is very true.
Yeah.
Rich, if you're home, just come up here. We're crying out loud. That is very, very true.
That is true. Yeah.
I think some people think it is you're getting chipped. A lot of people think that.
People think that, yeah.
A lot of people
now, think. I can tell you what some people have told me, that they were able, now I don't know how true this is, I couldn't do it, is if you take a magnet and you put it on the arm where you got your shot, that the magnet will stick to your arm.
That doesn't work. I've tried that.
I tried that. I can't get it, but then some people swear by it.
I have tried that.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
No, somebody's here. It's Jim Barney.
Yeah, hey Jim.
It is Jim Barney. All right, so Daryl Nadeau, boy, we are right in your wheelhouse this morning, Jim.
Yeah,
we are right in your wheelhouse.
Uh-huh.
So can't hear you. Get a mask on.
This Daryl from the computer center.
Actually, he just made a comment, and I want to go ahead and read it.
Uh-huh.
And this is a very telling question, or I mean, this is something that will make you think.
I'm glad, because I don't think enough of us think.
Daryl, thank you for posting this question, because it did make me stop and think for a second. So here it is. How many people would actually get the vaccine with FDA approval? Oh, we say.
Well, I think the people that are going to get it have gotten it, and with the approval, I think there'll be some additional people that
I
will
would
get
think
it,
so.
but I don't think it's going to be a massive number. I think people have pretty
Well,
much
it's
made
with-
up their mind what they're doing.
It's not. I think it has to do with the vaccine word itself. Everybody, we went through all this thing about people getting vaccines for this, vaccinating your kids before they go to school. A lot of people don't want to do that. They don't want to put vaccines in you at all. And I think that's what has a lot to do with it too.
But do you remember? I mean, I remember back in the day when I was in grammar school, we had to line up to get a shot, and you had to have certain shots.
There were
before
certain
you could
shots,
even
yeah, but
go into
it was like a handful. It wasn't like all these
Yeah.
shots we had.
When I was
mumps.
when I was a
Was one.
Never got a mump shot.
when I was a kid, okay, which was in the last century.
Well, all of us actually.
I know. I just like to throw that in there. Okay. I believe my mother kept a record of the shots each one of us got, and I
Yeah.
believe there was something like 5 to 7 shots that we got, including boosters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now the number, and I don't know what the real number is because I see numbers all the way from something like 74 to 80
Yeah.
various vaccines and stuff. Okay.
Yeah. We never
Yeah.
got that many.
No.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I've looked, first there was the mercury in them, and they say they've removed the mercury. Well, they have to some degree, but not 100%, at least the last reading that I actually verified. Okay. But now they replaced it with aluminum. And from what I remember, the amount of aluminum in there as an adjuvant is more, we're hitting our day-old babies with more aluminum than is recommended by the EPA for an 180-pound man. Okay.
Mhm.
And they don't even have an immune system developed at that point.
Well, but I think the question is though is that if we in schools, as young kids, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, if we have to go back then, and it wasn't an issue, remember, it was not an issue. I mean, I remember my mother telling me, "Oh, you're gonna go get a shot today. They're gonna call you in," and it's like, what is it? Somebody's
Jim's
That's
phone's
just my
far
Oh,
off.
Jim's
I had
okay.
my phone in my pocket. That's all.
Here's some recipes I found.
Oh, Jim's got some recipes for us. Here's a good way to make COVID-19. First, take no.
No. Are you through?
I don't know.
Are you done?
I don't know.
Program note again before we get into a couple more comments tomorrow. Todd Babbitt will be here talking about all things Grizzled as he does. So he'll be on at 8:30 tomorrow morning. So if you want to know what's going on in town, tomorrow would be a great day to tune in at 8:30. Jim Barney will be joining me tomorrow, and maybe Paul.
Yeah, I might come down.
Yeah. So okay. Let's see here. Dawn. Good morning, Dawn. Thanks for joining us. She goes, it would need to be FDA approval and major studies to back it up. For me, she says, as long as they are silencing and censoring people's experiences, I will not trust the government in its clear overreach. That's me personally. And that's okay. That's okay. I don't personally, it is and this is redundant. Personally, it's a personal choice.
Yeah.
It is absolutely a personal choice. But have you noticed kind of in the last 5 years, 7 years, everything that's been put out there has been about division. It's like, okay, do you want Trump or do you want whoever Trump beat? I don't even know. Hillary, what's her name?
Oh, Clinton.
Okay. Are you a Republican or are you a Democrat?
I'm a nothing.
No, I'm not asking you personally, Jim. I'm just saying these are things that are been put out there as far as the news media and the fake news to create division. Do you like Biden or do you like Trump? Are you a Trump supporter? Are you a Biden supporter? Are you a vaccination supporter? Are you not? These are all items meant to split.
And that's
And
by design, Mike.
I know.
That's by
It's been
design.
going on for years. This is even going on when Obama was in for
Right, but
president.
how this is okay, but as far as the SARS virus, we didn't have to walk around wearing masks and get locked down and stuff
No,
like that.
no.
That was a coronavirus, was it not?
That was a virus, and guess
Yeah.
who
Go
the
back-
guys in charge of that?
Go back to the pandemic of 1918. Okay, how many million people died in this country? I don't-
Thousands and thousands.
Oh, millions.
Okay.
Okay, and I don't remember the number. I looked at it a few days ago, but I got so many numbers in my head I can't keep them all straight anymore. But the whole thing is, if they can keep you and me fighting, they can do their crap behind the scenes and get away with it.
Mhm.
It's because what happens is our attention goes off the prize.
Right.
We're diverted into other things that are happening,
Yeah.
Exactly.
like aliens. They're here.
Now going back to the question of the FDA approval,
Mhm.
okay. When you look at I've said so many times, follow the money, okay.
Mhm.
Now I have not verified personally this particular number I'm going to throw out there, but I understand that the CDC is 40% or more funded by the pharmaceutical industry. Okay, so if you're getting 40% of your pay, I'm your boss, and you're getting 40% of your pay from me personally, okay, are you going to buck me? Probably not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, are they pushing that third shot because of the money?
Or are they pushing
course.
another?
Or are they pushing that third shot because it's supposed to help you?
How about
I
that?
don't know.
How about the third stimulus check?
What third? No.
There's approximately 400 variants of this SARS
Yeah.
virus. Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna have a new booster come out
Every year.
every year that's going to put billions of dollars
Sure.
in the pharmaceutical
I
industry.
mean, it's no different than the flu shot. How many? We're in the same situation now. Think about it. How many people got the flu shot?
Nobody this year probably.
Nobody this year, but I mean, over the last couple of years, you either got it or you didn't get it. There were a lot of people who didn't get it because they didn't want it.
I got a flu shot I've told you this before, about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I got a flu shot and I was sicker than I had ever been.
There you go.
Never had one.
Yeah, you were saying that you'd never had
Yeah.
one.
So there you go. So this is the same thing now. Now we've moved
Yeah.
into the COVID shit.
Build up your immune system. You don't need any of this crap.
we need to have a doctor on.
Yeah, we do.
We need
But-
to have
But you got to get one from each side of the equation. Okay.
okay. And how do you suggest we do that?
I'm
Because
not-
any physician that I have talked to
Mm-hmm.
believes
Believes in the vaccine.
the vaccine. That is correct.
Read.
I've watched the videos
Okay.
you've sent.
There's,
You know,
there's over
from
10,000 American frontline doctors.
Mhm.
Get one of them.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is a lot of them, they don't. They'll put a video out that somebody recorded them, but they're not going to do it on their own. Most of them won't. Why? Because they don't want to. They won't want to go ahead and threaten their own medical license.
And there's a doctor, I think it was either in Oregon or Washington,
Mhm.
Washington that's had his license pulled because he got a letter from the medical board in that state and said that you're giving advice, essentially something to the effect
Well-
that you're giving advice that is not approved by X, Y, and Z.
See, there we go again. Anybody who puts their opinion out there that doesn't agree with the main body, then they're the ones that are wrong.
Let me
You're not allowed to give your opinion.
I was just going to say, let me ask you this question. Why, if vaccines, and especially this one, is so good for you, why are they stifling any contrary opinions to it?
Good
I don't know.
point.
And the second part of the money issue is who's the biggest supporter of the media with advertising? I believe it's the famous it's the
There's
medical,
a lot of
it's-
there's
it's
a
the
lot of
medical-
drugs that are advertised on television.
It's even worse than the lawyers.
Yeah. So that's a good point.
Again, follow the money.
Okay.
So,
So why don't you contact that doctor and see if they'll come on virtually?
You know that is a possibility. I would
Do
think,
it.
Yeah.
Do it. And we'll do it. We'll get in. I mean, maybe we'll do a panel.
Did you watch the hour and 14-minute video that I sent to you this was over the weekend?
No, it's too long.
Did you?
I didn't get it.
Maybe I didn't get it to you.
You didn't get it
Yeah.
to me.
Okay.
Well,
sorry.
we're going to go down a rabbit hole with this right here. So, I mean, we know there are doctors out there that don't like the vaccine. We know there are doctors that do like the vaccine. And we're just going to keep following, the same thing. Personally, I don't care who gets the vaccine. Personally, I do not. That is up to you, Jim.
Well,
Whether you-
if you, I think you should care because there's a lot of talk about people who have had the vaccine are now transmitting the virus to other people.
Yeah, well, you know what? Everybody's worried about, protect yourself.
Well, it's no different than me having a cold and transferring that cold to you.
Exactly.
difference?
Well, what do you think a cold is? It's a SARS virus.
Sure.
You protect
So-
you, I'll protect me.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You get the vaccine if you want. Don't get the vaccine if you don't want.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I don't like it
Yeah.
or who else or anything like that. It's just not my business. It's your body. You do your thing. The problem is that big money is saying, "Oh, you need to do
You got it. It's big money.
it." So
Billions
that's it.
and billions of dollars.
Daryl again. Daryl, I do really appreciate all your comments because
Good
you make
morning,
a lot of sense.
Daryl. It's Jim.
Jim Barney. Okay. Money issue, he says. Why are jobs offering sign-on bonuses? I think that's twofold. Joanne McCoy, good morning from New Hampshire. Oh, you on vacation? Awesome. And there are many offering money to get the vaccine for the same reason. I think they're offering sign-on bonuses for two reasons. Number one, because those sign-on bonuses are probably getting subsidized.
Well, sure they are.
Okay.
It's coming out of the COVID.
And the
fund.
second thing, it's getting people out to work again because they don't want to work. Because why? Because they're collecting unemployment, and they're still, or I think it's done now. I think the
don't know.
federal money is done.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But
No,
there's so
it's-
many
it's-
jobs that are open.
It's hard to say because they keep moving it forward and keep adding to it and adding to it, moving the date and moving the date. So who the hell knows what they're doing?
Do you? Have you seen the amount of jobs? There are jobs everywhere.
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 I heard a number of over 10 million jobs are out there waiting for somebody to fill them.
Yeah.
Well, it's and a reason why a lot of these restaurants, like the fast food restaurants and the restaurants, are not getting any employees because they're waiting for another job. Now the opportunity to get a better job.
Yeah.
Because there's more higher paying jobs out there now.
You go down to a donut shop to try to, particularly Dunkin'.
Yeah.
All right. They're running their stores with a single person
Pretty
most
tough.
of the time.
And you wait and you wait and you wait and you wait.
Yeah.
And I have pretty much halted my business at Dunkin' Donuts. Well, for two reasons: because I'm fat, number one, and the second thing was because I just don't need to be spending the money.
Yeah.
It's like, what am I doing? Just throwing it away. I could make my own coffee, or I can go to Dean's or Charlene's, and get a good cup of coffee,
Sure.
for on the cheap,
Yeah.
as opposed to going down and buying. Because it's not about the coffee; it's about buying the $1.10 donut that was 75 cents 10 years ago. And they get smaller, and they're getting smaller.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's all that's about.
Yeah.
And they're run by one person.
Yeah.
There's one person running the drive-through and the main counter.
I know. Because they can't get any help.
They can't get any help.
And what do they
I
got? A
don't-
virtual cook?
Well, the donuts come in. They ship them in. So
Yeah,
Every place
yeah.
doesn't have a bakery for donuts.
Daryl says, "Hey Jim."
Hi, Daryl.
Is that Darrow and Darrow and Darrow?
Daryl and his other brother Daryl.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, Daryl from the Healthy Computer, School Street in Jewett City.
It is a man that knows viruses.
Actually,
Yeah.
I was going to send Daryl something over the weekend, but I didn't have his email address, so I didn't.
What a parody. What a parody this could be. Hi, I'm Dr. Jim, and I want to tell you about the viruses that I see every day. It slows everything down.
That's right.
It clutters it up. It'll make it cough.
Didn't you mean to say Dr. Daryl? You said
Dr.
Dr.
Dar-
Jim.
Oh,
Dr. Darrow.
Dr.
Dr.
Jim
Darryl,
just hired Dr. Jim.
Yeah.
And the viruses we see sometimes are debilitating.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
They're crippling.
They're crippling.
Yeah.
But he-
We can help your computer.
And we give you a
but he's good
we
at-
give you a transfusion with a jump drive.
He's good at fixing your polio issues, though.
Oh God. And when it comes to some sort of virus protection, we'll ram it right into you. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing like having you got to have enough RAM.
Yeah, that's true.
Otherwise, your memory's going to go to hell.
And we will make sure that that this vaccine will be deep inside your hard drive.
Did you say your hot drive?
Your hot.
You're
Yes, Jim. Of course I did.
HEART.
HERE.
Yeah, the old processor isn't going to be working.
And then Daryl just says, the worst computer viruses are people themselves.
Yeah.
Don't click. Don't click.
I know it.
Don't click.
Don't click. Yeah.
Don't do it.
Oh well.
Let's see. Oh, do you know we have shirts?
Oh, except the shirts.
Yeah.
Oh,
How about that one? We got hoodies now too. Look at that. Jewett City, Connecticut. It takes a village slashed out borough. And then we have this one. Look at it. You haven't seen, I don't think you've seen this one. This hoodie,
yeah.
where it's got a map of Connecticut.
Yeah.
With it's got the pin for Jewett City, America's only Jewett City.
Yep.
You can get that in a T-shirt. You can get that in a hoodie. We got other things coming up too. Got a whole bunch of vampire stuff coming.
See, I don't live in Jewett City, so
Shut up.
I want a Crystal one.
Why?
He
Why
doesn't
do
know
you-
where he lives. I mean, he lives in Jewett City today. Next week he'll be in Canterbury. The week after that he'll be in Sterling. You don't know where he lives.
I know.
He moves around like
Sterling's nice.
He looks around. He moves around like a grasshopper.
I'm going to be honest with you. I hated Canterbury.
Yeah.
I hated it. I couldn't stand it. I couldn't wait to get the hell out of there.
What did you dislike about it?
You know what? If you don't fit, they let you know you don't fit.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's one of those communities that if you know they are used to farmers and
I was just gonna say,
and that kind of stuff. And there's nothing, you know. I mean, I have friends that are farmers, but if you're living in that community and you don't understand farming, you don't,
You don't have
You
any
don't
friends that are
understand it.
farmers anymore.
no, probably not. No, I do, but I mean, they're
I was going to ask you.
if you're not their kind.
Were you basically a city boy?
No,
No.
I was never a city boy. I hate the city. I'm
Well,
I'm more of a suburb guy.
Well, I mean, I'm even including Jewett City as a city.
Well, I always like to be right outside of everything, but close enough to get to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Mhm.
I when I was growing up, one of my first places as a single dude that I lived was it was in Dayville, and it was off the beaten path by half a mile, but it was so close to everything, so I didn't have to worry about going, you know, far for anything.
Mhm.
Whether it was groceries, fast food, clothing, whatever, everything was right there, about a half a mile away.
Yeah.
Same thing here. You know, at Canterbury, we kind of adjusted, but here's the real reason why we moved back to Jewett City is because no matter what, for the year and a half that we lived out that way, everything that we did, whether it was us, Melissa's kids, or anything like that, it always brought us back here. Everything that we did. So I just looked at Melissa one day and we started talking about it, and I said, do you think maybe we should just move back? And she said, that might not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
So, because everything, we're very much Jewett City Grizzle people, you know, where we can play nice with people from other towns. Other towns, not so much. But Plainfield, Plainfield's great. I mean, we can play with Plainfield. They're good people. They're very much like Grizzled. They're just a different name for a town, but
Yeah, I mean, I think Canterbury is really rural.
very rural.
Where
Very
Plainfield is
rural.
as a mixture because of the amount of businesses that are in Plainfield versus what's in Canterbury.
Yeah. See,
Joey, go ahead. Sorry.
coming from a background of at least 10 generations of farmers in this country, You know, I like the open spaces.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Go ahead.
Joanne, okay, Joanne, send me a message and I'll get you the John out of nowhere says unmask the kids.
Yeah.
But I think that's a great comment.
There's a lot of signs around town saying unmask
Yeah.
kids.
Unmask the kids.
again, parents' choice.
It is.
Okay.
But now parents' choice also becomes the town's choice and the government's choice. And then that's when the health departments kind of squeak things up a little and go, we can't have that yet. We're not ready for that yet. It's like Lamont. We talked about this earlier. Lamont is talking about, say, hey, let the towns do what they're really doing. But no, that's not really what's happening. That's a diversion because it's the health department. It's the state of Connecticut health department, that's trickling down to the local health departments. Well, whether it's Northeast District Department of Health up in Plainfield, Killingly, Putnam, that area, or Uncas Health down here, they're following who do you think's running that?
Well, yeah, it's funny you said that because I was thinking exactly those thoughts over the weekend
Yeah.
as I was going through various things. Again, as far as I'm concerned, it's a parental choice.
Sure.
You want your kids to wear a mask? That's fine.
Yeah.
You don't want your kids to wear a mask? That's fine.
And you know what I think is the biggest pain and one of the most rude and cruel things you can do to somebody right now when people are kind of like on the fence, they don't know what to do. If they're wearing a mask out there or they're not wearing a mask, don't mask shame.
Right.
Like some people, Jim, you're wearing a mask right now.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
But you know why I'm wearing it.
It doesn't, I do know why.
I'm wearing it as a prop more than anything.
I understand why you're doing it, but it doesn't.
Because the masks, you read the literature, read the science. The masks have almost no.
But see, that's another
No
division
purpose.
point. That's in the conversation we had earlier. It's another point of division. Do you want to wear a mask? Do you not wear it? Oh, you must not care about society. Oh, you do care about society. No, you don't. Yes, you do. All because you're wearing a mask or you're not.
And at this particular point, either side has some points and counterpoints.
Sure. Yeah. I can tell you, I see people all the time. Some people wear them, some people don't.
Rich says these departments are providing recommendations only, which is very, very true. The towns need to say we aren't going to violate people's rights.
Well, they are violating
Yeah,
people's
well,
rights.
but if the health department tells the town they got to do it, they got to do it. I mean, I would.
That's why I'm saying it's not. Lamont says, "Oh, not me." Well, yeah, kind of. It is. It's just a diversion.
Sure, because people criticized him for taking so much control and holding people, to his rules. He decided this time around, I'll just spread it out and let the towns do it. That way, I don't get blamed for it.
Let the people do it, and then you don't have the issue.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Bill says masks are just for prevention. That's it. He goes, they do help. That is undeniable.
Well, again, I'll say read some of the other literature.
Okay.
It's everybody's got an opinion on a mask. Either you like them or you don't. So either way, you're not wrong.
The cloth mask, most of the cloth masks, the viral particles are 1/1000th of the pore size of the mask.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eat right through.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Even the N95 masks.
Yeah.
Which is probably the best layer of protection you can get.
Yeah.
Well, there's better, but that's the best most of us can get or afford to get, probably.
I think the best you can get is tying a freaking brick to your mouth.
And what about your nose?
But then you'd
Both.
have,
Yeah.
but then you'd have a neck issue.
Well, actually, you'd have a breathing issue. You'd be suffocated to death, which is kind of what would happen anyway.
Yeah, well, what can you say? It's going to be interesting as we go forth now. There's the colder months come in, and the fall comes in now,
Yeah.
which is supposedly used to be flu season, if you remember. Now it's going to be what?
But here's the question too: is that now, when these types of viruses like respiratory illnesses and stuff, they don't really do well in summer and in warm weather, yet we're having an outbreak.
No. Is it really? We don't know. Is it really an outbreak? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Joanne says mentally, I feel better with a mask.
Fine.
And,
Yeah.
and I can see that there's a
That's cool.
potential slightly greater benefit in wearing them in the warm weather than in the cold weather, because in the warm weather you got higher humidity and there's more of a chance that the viruses may cluster around a drop of moisture
Mhm.
as opposed to being in the wintertime.
So the point, Joanne, Bill, Rich, John, anybody that's commented, Daryl, Cindy, Rich, Cindy, who else? Who did I forget?
Forgot
Thomas. Oh, Thomas, good morning. I didn't see you in there. My goodness. Paul, Jim, me, whoever. You do what you do it protect you. Do you? If a mask make you feel better, if a mask makes you feel better, then wear one.
Right.
For whatever reason you have, it doesn't matter. The only way it would matter to me is that you're doing what you feel is best for you.
Right.
And you're going to do things that are best for you, especially when it comes to your family. So even though you say, some people say, well, I'm doing it for me, you're really doing it for others as well, especially your family. So if you feel like wearing a mask is going to go ahead and help that, well, you feel deep down you're helping your family as well.
Mhm.
And also spreading that mentality, and
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah.
If you don't want to wear a mask, there's a reason, because you have a deep-seated version of saying, I don't want to wear it because it doesn't do squat. If you believe that, then that's okay too. And you're telling that because you're telling that to your family members and your friends because that's what you truly believe.
Sure.
Not because you're trying to be a jerk.
Right.
Not because you're trying to be hurtful. Because I don't think any of these people that are not wearing a mask are trying to be hurtful. They're just doing what they believe.
Right.
And either way, if you look at it with a last year or it's this year, this virus is still spreading, whether you're wearing a mask or whether you're not. So if it makes you feel good by putting a mask on, by all means do it. If you're not, then don't wear it. But by God, don't get pissed off at each other because you're not doing what the other's doing. That's not right. Just because I go to church, what's the difference between that and racism? Really? You're wearing a mask. I'm not. I don't like you. You're black. I'm white. I don't like you.
Well, I think I mentioned on Friday morning that two people had approached me on Friday. Both had the jab, and both have issues from it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
One person has got lung problems and no stamina. Relatively youngish person. The other person's got heart palpitations after the jabs. I mean, I wasn't soliciting any opinions. They just came in and told me.
Oh.
Not Marxism, maskism. That's rich.
I'll repeat my mantra. Go get your vitamin D levels tested. Get your magnesium levels tested. Get your vitamin K levels tested.
And this disclaimer is Jim Barney's own views personally, not may or may not be of SNSN Radio. It's staff or sponsors. Sorry, Jim.
That's fine.
Dawn says, amen, Mike Minarski. Amen. And let's see. Joanne brings up an interesting point. Says, we don't have a chance to get rid of this without all of the illegals coming in and being dumped into our cities with COVID.
Yeah.
Jim Barney threw you a thumbs up there, Joanne.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we don't know.
So,
I mean, again, you don't know what you can believe, but I mean, you hear tales of them being bussed all over the place to various cities, dumping them in there.
Yeah.
Is that by design? Is that
well, if
intentional?
you remember right, if you remember, Lamont allowed a lot of the illegals to come back into the state of Connecticut, and they went into the bigger cities such as Hartford and New Haven.
Yeah.
And who's got the big COVID things right now? Hartford and New Haven.
Still Stanford.
Yeah. So there you go. So who knows? Is it something that happened because of that? I don't know. But I mean, yeah. Unfortunately, London County is like in the red zone, but I think that we're in a red zone because we're an area where a lot of tourists come in. A lot of tourists come into New London and Mystic, down those areas. So, and of course, people from up here go down there. So there you go. I think that's the reason why, we're in the situation we are. New London County. Yeah. Look at Wyndham County. It's not in the red. Who the hell goes to Wyndham County? I mean, there's nothing up there but cows. I mean, think about it.
Who the hell goes to Wyndham County?
I mean,
boy, there's 9 people there.
I mean, anybody's going to Mystic, the Seaport, all those places. That's why.
Bill Knight says that saying that immigrants, I'm assuming that's what you're saying there, Bill, are bringing, if you say that the immigrants are bringing this in, it's pure bunk.
We don't know. Who knows?
The fact is, Bill, we don't know.
We don't know. Yeah.
But this is why we go ahead and we run this forum, because everybody has an opinion and you are entitled to it, just like you are entitled to take care of yourself the way you do. So.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Tomorrow programming note, once again, Todd Babbitt will be in it a little bit after. That's all right, Bill. I got you. A little bit after 8:30 tomorrow morning. We'll be talking about what's going on with COVID-19, economic development, and just a whole bunch of stuff. It's always a great conversation with our first selectman, Todd Babbitt. He always gives us a lot of information, and we certainly appreciate when he gets a chance to come on and chit-chat with us. He's always very forthcoming, is he not?
Yep.
Yeah, he doesn't pull any punches.
No, he tells it like it is.
Tells it like it is. So we will have Jim. You'll be with us tomorrow morning, right?
Yep.
For Todd Babbitt, and are you coming?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get here.
All right. And of course, Paul will get here, which is good because we have you two gentlemen are on a lot of different boards throughout the town. Mainly you, Jim. I think you're on every board except Board of Selectmen, which you should be. It's we get a lot of good questions, and we'll be taking questions from you as well. If you want to go ahead and list a question for Todd Babbitt tomorrow morning, do so right in the chat room like you did today. So thank you very much for joining us, everyone. Have yourself a wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow right here on SNSN. Goodbye.